Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. Today we are talking about 3 easy ways to travel. A friend asked me how he could travel out of the country. He actually didn't know where to start from. So I decided to make this video and share with you my experiences. Out of these 3 easy ways we are going to talk about, I have tried 2 of them myself and it has worked for me. The third one, I haven't tried it myself, but I know people who use that method also out of the For whatever reason you want to travel out of the country, these 3 ways would be perfect for you to use. We would further go ahead in other subsequent videos to take them one after the other and then go through how it actually works, how you can put them to use and then travel. You may be interested in traveling to work out of the country, you may be interested in traveling to study out of the country or go on a visits, on holidays, those kind of things. These 3 easy steps are going to help you get out of the country. Okay, so this is where you hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, because you'll be getting tons of value from the content that I put out here. Let's look at the first method that you can use to travel if you are interested in traveling. The first method is going out of the country to study through scholarships. Yes, going out of the country to study through scholarships. There are a lot of institutions outside the country that are offering scholarships to foreign and international students. Some are tuition free, others come with grants and other stuff. You could travel to a different country outside of your home country on a scholarship, and it's going to be free throughout. You are not going to pay anything, and you might even get some grants in addition. Others will give you the scholarship, and you would have to be in the country before you can take advantage of that particular scholarship. So what you do, you file an application into the school. Once you get the admission, you travel from your home country to that particular country. Then you can take advantage of that particular scholarship. A very useful resource that can help you with this one is scholarshippositions.com. So as you can see, scholarshippositions.com. Once you get on that particular website, there are tons of scholarships for undergraduates, for postgraduates, for PhD, for masters. Lots of scholarships out there that you can use to go and study. So the second method we are going to look at is traveling as a tourist. Traveling as a tourist. There are some countries you can go in with a tourist visa, and then once you get into the country, if you are able to find a job within the period of your stay there, then you could get a residency or a work permit and stay longer if you so wish. So, for instance, a country can offer you a tourist visa for about 3 months. You travel to that country with that particular tourist visa, and once you get into the country, you can look for a job, you get a job, and then the company can decide to get you the residency permits. And you wouldn't need to go through the hassle of paying for your own residency permit or work permit and that kind of thing. But before you go out of the country into another country with a tourist visa, there are some conditions that you need to meet, and it differs from country to country. There are general requirements that you may need to meet meet before you can get access to get into another person's country as a tourist. Some of them, the common ones I know is you need to have your return ticket. You need to have a return ticket. If you are booking for the ticket, you need to have it in and out. And then you need to have a hotel reservation where you are going to stay. And then some also require that you have a certain amount of money on you for your transportation, for feeding, and that kind of thing. And they expect you that once your visa expires, you should be out of the country. Some of them will clearly state that kindly leave once your visa expires so that they can welcome you again. It means there's going to be consequences if you overstay your visits. There's going to be consequences. So if you are able to meet these criteria, then you can get a traveling. If you are able to get a tourist visa, get your return tickets, make your hotel reservations for the period that you are going to stay, or make arrangements for accommodation, anything. It may not necessarily be a hotel reservation. You could have friends or relatives in that particular country who can host you whilst you come over for your tourist activities or that kind of thing. Within that period, if you are able to get a job, then the company could get you a residency permit for the period that you are going to spend with them doing that particular job. This is very common when it comes to the Gulf countries. This is a very common method most people use to travel outside the country. A lot of people use this method to travel outside the country because it's much easier to get a tourist visa to travel into another country. If you are holding an ECOWAS passport, like a Ghanaian passport, like myself, there are some countries that you wouldn't even need a visa and you can visit those countries. Some of the requirements that you may be needing will be to get your return tickets, and then you make your accommodation arrangements for the period that you are going to stay. Some within 90 days, some 30 days, some 120 days. And so, some within 90 days, some within 30 days, some within 120 days. You can stay without a visa in that country. The last time I checked, a Ghanaian passport holder could stay in about 63 countries or so without a visa for this short period of time. Other countries as well, if you are from any other country, your country could also have this diplomatic relationship with other countries and you can travel there without a visa. Sometimes you go on these travels and then you find a suitable job, you could stay and then just get some time work and get back. So the third one we are also going to talk about is traveling as an immigrant worker. Most people go through this method also, traveling as an immigrant worker, where you get a company outside of your country. They get you the documentations, residency permits, work permits, any kind of permit that you might need. And some of these companies actually go ahead to sponsor the employee from his home country to the place of work. So outside of Ghana, a lot of these companies recruit online. They put their job offers on the internet, and then once you file the application, they reach out to you. Some would have an interview with you online, maybe on a video call or something, could have an interview with them, and if they are satisfied and they want to hire you, they can get you all the documents that you need, and you move from your country to that particular country and start working there. Most people say the kind of work you go outside the country to do, if you are in your country, you wouldn't do it. And that is very true. Imagine you are in Ghana, you are working as a cleaner. You get very little salary, no allowances. You would still need to pay either taxes or something. You will still need to rent your own home. You will still need to pay for your own water, pay for your own electricity, your own transportation, everything on that small salary that you'll be given. Compare that to someone who is working as a cleaner in a different country. You get free accommodation, though it is shared and it is not like the comfortable one you would have in your home, but at least you get somewhere to put your head. You still get a salary. I mean, sometimes it could be a little below 2,000 Ghana cedis, if I'm not exaggerating. And then you get free transportation, and the only thing you might need to do is feed yourself. Yeah, feed yourself. So just compare the two. I think that is far better if you take up a job in the other place. I personally think it is far better. So how can you get employed outside the country? There are agencies that are helping people do some of these things. They go around companies, look for vacancies, and then they advertise out there for people to. Most of these agencies are also frauds. Most of them are fraudsters. They can easily deceive you and then take your money and just dump you somewhere. People are getting people into Dubai, other states of the UAE, and they are abandoning them at the airport, and it's very terrible. It's very terrible. If you want to travel through an agent, make sure you get a reliable agent, a very reliable agent. You could also be trying your luck on the internet. You see job postings on the internet, file your application, who knows, you might easily get access to it. If you have friends, family outside of the country, and you wish to also go there and work, you can talk to them. They can just give you information about which companies are hiring. Sometimes your friend might be working in a company and then they just tell him, okay, we need someone to fill in this position. If you have any idea of anyone, just let us know and then we will process for the person. So if you are in good relation with that particular person, then they can easily recommend you and then you get hired. So the first one we talked about is to travel out of the country through fully funded scholarships. You go outside the country to study through scholarships, and you can get employment through that. We also talked about traveling outside the country as a tourist. Traveling outside the country as a tourist, you can go with a tourist visa, and then once you get a job, you can stay and do. Though most of the time, that one, yeah, it works a lot of the time, but you know, sometimes because of the pressure that you need the job so badly, any offer that comes your way, if you are not careful, you might take it and later regret, because you have a very limited time frame to look for a job and then get your residency permit before your tourist visa expires. The third one we also talk about is traveling out of the country as an immigrant worker. Traveling out of the country as an immigrant worker, where you get employment outside of the country and then you move out there to go and do. Some of the companies offer to take up the cost of all your traveling expenses from your home country to your place of work. Others do not do that. Sometimes the company decides to take all that cost, but the agent in between you and the company decides to take something from you and then push it on the company that it has already been paid for. That is why you need to be very careful the kind of agents that you get involved with. My contacts are in the description section. If you need any answers or you need clarification on any of the things that I've said in this video, kindly get in touch. Let's have a chat on WhatsApp. Please don't call. Let's have a chat on WhatsApp, or probably we could talk when I am less busy. I really do hope this video was useful. As time goes on, if I come across any offer, I'm going to put it out on either my social media page or just drop it in the description of one of the videos that I will be doing in the future. So please subscribe and keep visiting the channel, keep watching my videos. I'm sure one day, one time, some way, somehow, there is going to be something specifically tailored for you. The video I will be bringing will be just what you were looking for. You may not be looking for this information now. Kindly share it. This could be what someone is looking for right now. See you.